Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to welcome back Jackson County Commissioner Colleen Roberts. Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So we're here again to talk about what the county's been working on. My words, not yours. Trying to mitigate these terrible fire seasons we've had in recent summers, and going great so far. Good job.
It has been a great summer.
How did this whole thing got started? Because this isn't something that's new. You guys have been working on this.
We have been working on this a while. After 2017, and we had a bad fire year, we put together a resolution that said we will work for precisely clear solutions that will mitigate the harms that have been affecting our citizens. And so then in 2000, we began studying policies, watching for what we needed to do, and then of course 2018, another horrible smoky summer. And so after that, then we decided to attack the fire policy that just allows fires to burn. And we said, once it's fire season, nothing but 100% suppression, and put together a proclamation in the first part of 2019. And from that, we've just moved forward through the ranks of government to get, and neighboring counties to get like-minded heads together to say, put the fire out in fire season.
Okay. So I want to run through some of those ranks, if you will.
Sure.
Forest Service and BLM, how have they responded to Jackson County's efforts?
Well, as you can see, they have been putting the fires out. I couldn't be happier with how our season has turned out. We had a few lightning strikes, we've had some human-caused fires, and they have just put everything on them, and that is what we asked. And so their words match their actions, and they fit our proclamation and what our board said we really want done. And okay. I think it's been great.
What about state agencies like Oregon Department of Forestry?
Oh, Oregon Department of Forestry, they already have a statute that said they try to keep fires under 10 acres. And we've been trying to help them also with resources and detection and enough resources to do what they need to do. And so that's maybe our next step, is we need to still get fuels reduced. We still need resources to do what we've asked.
And what about the National Association of Counties? I know that's one that Jackson County's been looking at.
Right, and we did take a resolution to the Federal Public Lands Committee last March at the Legislative Conference, and it was unanimously accepted and voted on, adopted. And it was just that they supported greater coordination with local governments, with the agency, which when it comes to fire suppression strategies, and that we said, well, that would work. It doesn't quite match our proclamation. And then I took it back to the annual conference, which had to be renewed, and we represented it again, and no questions at all. It was passed there
okay.
too, and it'll last a year.
Okay, all right, and we're going to come back. We'll talk about the Washington D.C. trip you made.
Okay.
We'll do that in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. We're going to hear with Jackson County Commissioner Colleen Roberts talking about Jackson County's efforts to stop these terrible fire seasons in recent years. You went to D.C. You spoke, I believe, the same event as the president. What does the White House think of Jackson County's efforts?
Well, I don't know if I got feedback from them on our efforts. I went back as an invitation to this event, and I really wasn't sure what it was, but it ended up being his environmental policy and on his executive order, of which calls for more fuel reduction, calls for coordination with local governments, and then I was asked to speak. And I wasn't sure I was speaking till I got there, but I was not going to let the opportunity slip to talk about that the fire policies, the federal fire policies that allow prescribed burns during fire season is flawed. And I stuck that in along with my support with this executive order. So we'll see, we're going to build on that. We've got a lot more contacts to make now with our partnership with federal in Washington D.C. So
okay.
We'll reach out more to them.
Okay, and I feel like I'm going to knock on wood for like the 12th time in this interview, but does this so far, mild fire season, does that mean anything to the county's efforts? Does that hurt our chances of creating change, if you will?
I hope not. I think it was our goal to affect change on our fire season, and I couldn't be happier with it. Had it been smoky, I don't know if that it would be more effective. I think we have been effective. I know we have the petition, and if we're going to use that moving forward as we do reach out to our federal agencies and the federal policymakers in Washington. I'll be going back again in September to take some of this information back. We're moving our campaign forward to other government entities outside our county, and just keep moving our agenda on.
Okay, great to see you. Thanks for the update. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.